What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. As you guys know, we're moving into Phase 4 Season of Discovery, or maybe you're even watching this video after Phase 4 already dropped. Well, in this video, I'm going to go over my top 10 favorite add-ons that I think all players should be using in Season of Discovery. These add-ons are all available on CurseForge with the CurseForge app, or if you like to download them manually. They will enhance your gameplay and make sure that you have the smoothest possible experience. So without further ado, let's jump into my top 10 favorite add-ons for Season of Discovery. So for number one, I want to talk to you guys about an add-on called Addons. Now, a lot of you may already know about this, but for the people who don't, this add-on is going to change your life. As you probably already know, that heading into Phase 4 Season of Discovery, we're going to have some attunements coming up for Molten Core, for Onyxia's Lair, which is a pretty lengthy attunement, and even simple things like getting the key for Blackrock Depths or Blackrock Spire. So what you're going to do is install Addons, and then up here, I have the Addons add-on right here. This is the minimap button. We're going to open it, and inside Addons, you can see on the left-hand side, we have our raids, Molten Core, Oni, Blackwing Lair, Naxxramas. We have our miscellaneous ones, like the Aquil Quintessence, which is to basically get attuned to gain your douses, to douse the runes in Molten Core. We have the Scepter of the Shifting Sands one. We have the keys for Blackrock Depths and Scholomance. So for starters, we'll just take a look at the Onyxia's Lair one here, and it's going to show you step by step how to get attuned for Oni. Now, this is a pretty lengthy attune if you can take a look here. So having this add-on and being able to track exactly what your next step is massive, and I think everyone should be using this add-on going into Phase 4. So the next add-on I want to talk to you guys about is going to be Extended Character Stats, right? You can see it right here. I have it installed, Extended Character Stats v3.3.3. What this add-on does is when you open up your character panel, you're going to get this little button that says ECS. It'll stay open if you leave it open when you close your panel, so we're just going to leave it open, and it shows you every single stat for your character. Super detailed. Right now I'm mounted up, so it's showing that our movement speed is 165%. It shows us our attack power, our crit chance, our hit chance, our miss percentage on mobs that are 3 levels higher than us. So basically on bosses right now in Molten Core, I would have a 1.7% chance to miss. Our glancing blow chance, the damage from glancing blow, our attack speed. It shows us our range stats, all of our defensive stats right here. If you're tanking, your mana stats, your spell stats, hit, spell power, shows you each individual spell power, crit chance, and damage. This add-on is absolutely essential, and if you aren't already using Extended Character Stats, definitely go ahead and download it. The next add-on I want to talk to you guys about is going to be called Loon Best in Slot. And as you can see right here, I have it installed, Loon Best in Slot, so you can see the exact name of it. We're going to open that add-on up. Let me come up to my buttons here. Loon Best in Slot. So I'm playing Warrior DPS, and we're in Phase 3. I want it set to my BIS, and every single slot I want shown, it's going to show you exactly what your BIS item is and where to get it on the right-hand side. And once you've acquired that item, it's going to put this big green check mark on the right hand side. Now, just to show you guys that you can check for any class, I'm going to go over and swap to, let's say, Rogue DPS. What is our BIS for this phase? It's showing me that it's the leatherworking helm, the leatherworking shoulders, the cape drop from Sunken Temple, the chest from Sunken Temple, your tier chest, the engineering bracers, the gloves of the Pathfinder from a quest in Timbermaw Hold, which is really nice. So this add-on really will help you out. You don't need to be looking up lists externally outside of Season of Discovery. You can actually check in-game, and then when you hover over items, it'll actually show you, like, let's say I'm hovering over my helmet, right? You see how in the bottom of the tooltip it says best for Paladin DPS and tanks, Warrior DPS and tanks BIS in Phase 2 and Phase 3. So you could see that right there. Same for the shoulders. It's showing you BIS Phase 3 for Warrior DPS, Warrior tanks, Paladin DPS, Paladin tanks. It's really nice. It's going to show you that pretty much anything in the game, what it's worth to you as your class. Now, the next one I want to talk to you about, this is a quick one, and I know it's because a lot of you are sitting there like, what is that he's clicking right there? And that is going to be the minimap button. Where is it? It's right here. You see the name minimap button. If you want to download it, that's the exact name you would search for on CurseForge, and that gives us this little button with the M right here. that we can kind of hold our mouse wheel in and drag it around. I kind of keep it tied to my mini map up here. You left click it and it organizes all of your add-on mini map buttons so that they're not spread all around your map, making for a really really congested look. So it's really nice. It keeps everything nice and organized. You can kind of move it anywhere you want on your screen. Like let's say I wanted to have this up here, I could do that as well. I can move it down here, anywhere you want, but I like to keep it tied to my mini-map. The next add-on I want to talk to you guys about is going to be Nova World Buffs. Now, a lot of you may already be using it, and if you are, I'm just curious if you know about this feature that I just learned about, thanks to Blaze and Bob. This feature is this little timer right here. I now have this up permanently. It shows me when Ashen Veil is starting and when Stranglethorn Veil is starting, the Blood Moon event. It's really nice and handy because if you get caught up doing something, you can always kind of glance over at this and see the timers for these events that are going to be starting so you don't forget. Now, aside from that feature, that feature is just a feature you're going to turn on in the options of Nova World Buffs. It's right here. It's called Timers Overlay. But other than that, Nova World Buffs actually tracks your buffs. It'll allow you to look in Felwood at reset timers for Songflower. So if I was in Felwood right now, I would be able to see when these Songflowers are resetting. You can also check the buffs you have on all of your characters. So it'll store that information here and show you where what characters have what buffs. Right here, your Dark Moon Fair buff is off cooldown. So let's say you get your Dark Moon Fair buff and you die and you want to pick it up again before raid. There is that 4-hour cooldown before you can pick it up again. You need to be logged into the game. So you can basically check that here. It'll say like you have 1 hour and 10 minutes left on your Dark Moon Fair buff. So you know what? You go make lunch or make dinner and leave your character logged in to reset that cooldown and be able to pick that buff up again. Aside from that, Nova World Buffs is just great. It also will, if you hover over it, it'll show you the Ashen Veil start time and Stranglethorn start time. But to be completely honest, I really like the fact that it has this timer. This is my favorite feature of Nova World Buffs that I just found out about. Because if you're trying to get exalted with your Warsong rep, or you're trying to farm coins in the Blood Moon event, it's really nice to be able to see that timer no matter what you're doing. And you can just kind of glance over at it. You don't have to do anything else. Now, the next one I want to talk to you guys about, let's take a look at it. It's going to be called What's Training. It's spelled exactly like that if you want to search it up in CurseForge. And basically what this add-on does is when you open up your spell book, you're going to get this tab right here under your runes tab, What Can I Train? And it's going to show you what abilities are coming up for you to train. This is really helpful while you're leveling, especially if you're doing a dungeon grind from 50 to 60 with a group of people. You can kind of check and see if it's worth going back and training or if it's worth it to just push the next 2 levels and get to that next level of abilities that you're unlocking. Sometimes it's worth it and sometimes it is not. But as you can see right here in my spellbook on the left-hand side, at level 52, I'm going to be able to train Battle Shout rank 6, Intercept rank 3, and Shield Bash rank 3. And then at 54, we're getting Demoralizing Shout, Hamstring, Mortal Strike rank 3, Revenge rank 5, and Slam rank 4, all the way up to 60. It'll show you if, like right now I'm Arm Spec, I'm not Fury, so it's showing that if I was Fury, this is what I'd be able to get at 54 and 60, and Shield Slam I would be at 54 and 60 if I was Prot. So this is a really helpful add-on while leveling, even from 1 to 60. It kind of saves you a lot of time instead of going back and picking up skills that really might not even be worth it or make your leveling any faster. Now, this next one that I want to talk to you guys about is going to be called Weapon Swing Timer. This is it right here if you want to take a look at it. And what this does is it's going to give you basically a weapon swing indicator, showing you the time between your main hand, your offhand, or your two-handed swing, or if you're a hunter, your ranged attacks. I'm going to unequip my sword right here so that we don't one-shot these mobs, just so you can see. You can customize exactly how it looks. I have no text on it. I have no timer. I just have the bar going. So this is what it looks like when I'm attacking my mob, right? So it'll show you when that bar resets, that's when your next auto attack is going off. So for warriors especially, this is really important because it allows us to queue heroic strikes very easily. For hunters, it's really good to be able to not miss a single auto attack. And you can customize the color. You can add text on top of it. You can do so many different things. I'll show you guys as soon as we take down this Murloc right here. If we go into our add-ons, options, add-ons, where is it? Weapon swing timer. We're going to go to the melee settings. I have it colored brown because I'm a warrior. We could show text on it as well. Let's show the left and the right text. I'll show you guys what that looks like. It'll give you like a little bit of a timer and tell you that it is your, see, it says main hand, and then it's showing you the timer countdown. Basically your weapon swing speed, which is really nice. And this is extremely useful, especially if you're starting to raid or do PvP moving into this next phase. So the next one that I want to talk to you guys about is one that really, sticks true to me, that I've been using for over 15 years at this point, and this is going to be Leatrix Plus. Let me find it right here so you guys can see that's how it is spelled if you do want to search it up and install it. Leatrix Plus is great. It has so many different features and people use it for so many different things. So you really can do a lot here. You can automatically accept summons, resurrections, automatically release in PvP, sell your junk automatically, repair automatically when you talk to vendors. You could block duels, party invites, friend requests, share quests, parties from friends, invites and whispers. We can go to chat. We can do a ton of things here. We could change the coloring in our chat. We can block error messages. We can resize mail, quest, and book text. We can hide zone text. But I just use it for a couple of things like enhanced professions and enhanced trainers. But there is so many more features. You can turn on max camera zoom to really kind of zoom all the way out. Disable your screen glow effect, so that when you get like drunk or anything like that, it doesn't actually make your screen glow. You could set your weather density. You can do faster auto loot, faster movie skip, dismount me, combat plate. There's so many things, but the ones that I use are enhanced professions and enhanced trainers. And what that basically looks like is I open up blacksmithing and it's quite big. Like I can actually see the mats on the right hand side of what I'm selecting, and it makes it just a lot easier to use. The interface is really nice. Another cool feature of Leatrix Plus that no one really talks about is the media portion of it, right? Let's say you're in a zone and you're trying to be immersed and you really hate the music in that zone. Like for some reason, the Duskwood audio track drives me nuts. Like I don't like it. It's not relaxing to me. So you can come in here, go to zones, dungeons, various movies, whatever, and you could actually select a soundtrack. So let's say we want to listen to the Elwyn Forest soundtrack. We could click on that and just click Zone Music 1, and it will play through the entire Elwyn Forest soundtrack while you're in Duskwood or wherever you are. So this next add-on I want to talk to you guys about, most of you probably are already using it, but to be completely honest, I've run into a lot of people in Season of Discovery that have no idea what it even is. Maybe first-time players, I'm not sure, but this one is probably for you. You want to install Deadly Boss Mods, okay? Just search Deadly Boss Mods on CurseForge. It will install these few things, and basically what this add-on will do is once it's updated with the new mechanics and all those things in the new dungeons, the new raids, is it's going to give you alerts on your screen while you're fighting these bosses. It's going to say, move here, stand out of this, interrupt now. It's going to tell you what to do, and it really will be a big help in getting you to perform better in these raids. You will obviously, I know a lot of the mechanics already in things that we're doing like Sunken Temple and all that, but it really is nice to just have that visual and indicator and that audio cue saying like interrupt now. Sometimes you zone out, sometimes you space out, you forget. It's going to really help you, especially moving into the level 60 dungeons in Phase 4. So Deadly Boss Mods, you definitely need it. Every single player, beginner, intermediate, and expert should be using Deadly Boss Mods. And this last one goes hand in hand with Deadly Boss Mods, dungeons, and raids. You want to download Details, right? If you're not using it, again, this is probably for beginner players who are not tracking DPS or healing done or anything like that. It's called Details. Just download it on CurseForge, and you're going to get this little box. It might look different. Yours is probably going to be black. I am tracking DPS currently because I am a DPS class, but if you want to, you can track anything with Details. You can track damage done, damage taken, friendly fire, frags, auras and void zones, healing done, healing per second, overhealing, healing taken, enemy healing done. You can track deaths, right? When people die in your raid, you can check how they died, what killed them. You can check dispels. You can check who is interrupting. So many things can be done with this, and you could also come in here into the settings, and if you don't really like the way that it looks, you can change the skin on it, right? You can make it look however you want. We can come down here to skins. I use the Safe Skin Legion beta because I think it looks great, but we can use like the WoW interface. This is what the meter will look like if you're using the WoW interface one. There are so many different things to do with Details, and you really should be using this if you aren't already. This is probably more for beginners who don't really use many add-ons or really maybe just started playing, but there were a lot of first-time players in Season of Discovery, so I pretty much thought this was very worth mentioning. So there you have it, guys. Those are my top 10 add-ons that I think you guys should be using in Season of Discovery, especially heading on into Phase 4. And I'm really hoping that you got something out of this video, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced veteran player. Some of these add-ons you would think most people know about, but you'd be really surprised that some people straight up just have no idea that Deadly Boss Mods exists or Details or anything. So I hope this helped you out, and even if you're an intermediate or veteran player, maybe I showed you something that you didn't already know. I probably didn't, but if I did, that's pretty cool. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you don't miss the next time I post a video, and come hang out with me live. I stream on Twitch Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. There's a link to my Twitch down in the description below. It's twitch.tv/hammerdance. And if you guys are looking for an awesome Discord community full of like-minded people who all enjoy geeking out over Season of Discovery and classic WoW in general, there's a Discord link in the description as well. Come join the community. We will welcome you with open arms. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching and listening in. I'll see you all in the next one.